Live?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yay, super. We're live.
Is the
Hi
lens a
guys.
bit clear, or is that the
I'm just going to clean the
Yeah, it's
lens.
alright.
Yeah.
Hello
Hi
everyone and
guys.
welcome to another edition of the Friday evening live with Car Deco. We've tried to put this a little bit later than
Yeah.
usual because some of you had requested that you don't get off work or don't get a chance or you're commuting when we do the live.
Yep.
Not guaranteed that this is going to happen every Friday, but something we're trying. Hopefully we can answer a lot of questions. So let's
Yeah.
get to it.
Vishwanath, hi. How you doing? We've got 5 viewers. Maybe let's wait for.
You can address the
Viewers
pending
yeah.
questions till then. So ETOS 2018 top model runs 12,000 kilometers. Rate please silver grade. Rate on what basis? You need to be more specific than that.
Baleno i20, I'd say the i20 is the better car. Hi Lalit, are you watching right now? Vishwanath, we're fine. Thanks for asking.
All well.
XUV300 launch date 14
Feb. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, value for money variant of the Creta.
SX. 1 below top.
Yeah, 2 below top now because SX. Executive
edition.
Altis or Octavia, value for money. Usage is 15,000 per year. 15,000 per year, you can value for money will be the Octavia.
I'd say, but take the second part out of the equation.
Yeah.
The Altis and Octavia, if you are just looking to be chauffeur driven, you want a basic sedan that can get that duty done, get the Altis. But for more excitement, for getting bang for buck in the sense that you have a sense of occasion, then the Octavia, even if you like driving, then it's the Octavia.
Would you say the Ignis is fun to drive?
Absolutely, the petrol.
And yeah, diesel's not.
What if you buy used diesel?
Yeah, 7.25 lakhs. Do you think it's worth it, or any other car you recommend at that price?
And honestly, given the choice, I'd probably go with the Swift in that case, purely because the Ignis is a good to drive car, but the quality inside is very bad. Like, yeah. I'm really not happy with the quality.
Another alternative is the Freestyle.
Yep, that too.
Pankaj, under 6 lakh, which will be a smart buy, new 1.2 WagonR or used 2017 EcoSport diesel titanium. Okay, firstly, you won't get a diesel titanium for under 6 lakh. Guaranteed.
And if you do, there might be something fishy about it.
Yeah. Tata Harrier launch date and variants. It's going to launch on January 23rd. It's going to have 4 variants. XE, XM, XT, XZ. There's an article on cardeco.com. Go check it out. Make a video on VW accessories. Sure, we'll try and do that. Ciaz says, hi, about Ciaz Alpha Petrol 1.5. Overall, it's very good. I have a small issue in idle start. Sometimes it gets stuck in first gear.
That's not to do with the idle start itself.
Yeah.
It is the synchro of the gearbox. Most cars, not most, but many cars have an issue in first and reverse.
Yeah.
So you'll face an issue of going from neutral into first as a little bit of struggling over this. What you can do in that case is let go of the clutch slightly. The car will just roll a little bit and slip into gear. That's all that happens.
Yes. Will Renault Scala come to India anytime soon?
Renault is not going to bother with more sedans. That's not a segment they can afford to play with anymore.
Yeah, Hyundai i30 not coming. Will the Suzuki Vitara come to India?
As of now, by what we know, what we've spoken to Maruti Suzuki, they've given no inclination. But at the same time, now that they're moving slightly up and up, the Creta's there, the Kicks is coming into that range, chances are people are willing to go up. Because at the end of the day, if you have an S-Cross, there's nothing for you to upgrade from there. And you have so many customers with those many cars, you have to give them something. So it's a possibility, but we'll only comment once we have something concrete.
Yeah. When will Maruti and Toyota exchange models? It's happening this year. I think Toyota's Baleno, like you mentioned, will come this year.
So what?
The
there was a PTI report that was saying that I think the fiscal year, the second half of this fiscal year is when you're going to see the first model coming out. So 99% is going to be that Toyota's version of the Baleno.
Yeah.
Tiago,
Quid.
Say it with me.
Tiago. Okay. Mahindra asked, Desire ZXi accessories should be taken from dealer or outside? I'd say outside because it's cheaper. And the service center doesn't really mind that also.
But when you're buying the car itself, try and twist around to get some accessories with the car itself.
XUV W11 or Innova VX? I'd say Innova.
Innova VX, yeah.
Will Vitara come to India? Sunil, we've answered this. It's possible next year. Both of you are well informed. Thank you, sir. Is VW Passat a good buy?
Yes, in my books, it's a fantastic buy, and it's not got that same sense of occasion that you probably get from something like a Mercedes-Benz C-Class, Audi A4, new BMW 7 Series, 3 Series, or something like that. But at the same time, the ride quality, the quality, bang for buck features, everything is fantastic. Only issue is I'm not that sure about the resale value of that.
Yeah.
That's a bit iffy.
Rapido Vento in petrol, confused for car under 12 lakh. Kunal, unless you're buying the automatic, both have the same 1.6 litre engine. If you're buying the automatic, the Vento has the 1.2 TSI, which is better than the 1.6. Also, the DSG is better than the torque converter. Sujita says you're fat. Very good.
And you're being obvious. Lauren Diaz, which body type do both of you like? I think personally we are sedan people.
Yeah, sedan, and second preference would be a hatch.
Yeah.
How will be the performance of new Maruti 1.5 diesel? We don't know, but I want to say it will be tuned towards efficiency more than fun.
Efficiency and drivability, because by what the specs we got, it's even for 200cc of added displacement. The gains are not that much. And as we've seen with any Maruti engine, with the exception of maybe the Baleno RS's booster jet, all the engines and transmissions are tuned towards drivability and ease of use, not performance.
Yeah, because if you compare the figures of that one of Maruti's 1.5, that's 95 horsepower, 225 Nm. Say you compare it with Ford's 1.5, that is 100 PS and 215 Nm. So it's pretty close. So yeah. So please update about Baleno facelift, as I have booked the older one which has arrived at the showroom. Should I wait or take delivery? Depends on what variant you've booked. There are upgrades. In fact, there is an article that says 10 upgrades on the Baleno. You can go and check it out. It's on cardeco.com. But mota moti, you're getting projector headlamps as standard across the range. The top end variant is getting machine finished alloy wheels. The Delta and the Zeta is getting the screen from the Ertiga with those electrostatic buttons. So a lot of new features. So you can check it out. It will be launched, I think, by mid-Feb, if we're not wrong. New Wagoner mileage.
Actually, not mid-Feb. They're saying Jan.
Yeah, end Jan actually. Yeah.
Wagoner mileage. Did we get that figure?
No, I don't think it's officially out.
But assuming you have the same, you have the 1 liter 3-cylinder, you have the 1.24 cylinder.
Yeah.
First engine will probably get you, depending on your driving style, in city, whereabouts of maybe 15, 16. And on the highway, 20 plus maybe 23, 24 types.
Yeah.
And 1.2 engine, that will be, again, like you've seen, it's the same engine as the Swift. And it's going to be obviously it's going to have a light body also. So it's still going to be a very efficient car. So again, you're saying 20 plus on the highway, 16 to 18 in the city.
Hi,
Saumil,
what's up? Shiva says Tata Nexon really India's safest car.
No,
it's not.
That is false advertising. It is the safest on record tested car by Global NCAP for made in India cars.
Yeah.
If Tata is going to tell you that the Tata Nexon is safer than something like the Volvo S90 or something,
it's not.
It is blatant false advertising. It is misinterpreting. They're using a little bit of wiggle room to try and get the tagline, but it's not literally India's safest.
It is just someone misinterpreting English as deliberately. How Mahindra has so many different diesel engines? I think that was Himanshu. Kahan pe gaya yaar question.
How come Mahindra has so many diesel engines?
I know where this is coming from, because it's got the 2.2 M-Hog. They've got the 1.5 in the Marazzo. They've got the 1.5 in the TUV.
The 2.6.
The 2.6 in the Scorpio and the Thar. Yeah, a lot of engines. I think they can't make one good one, I guess.
The deal is that Mahindra has always been known for its diesel engines, and you have to also bear in mind that they have a lot of expertise that comes from tractors, which are all diesel engine based. So that is the USP. They build upon that you can get low rev torque, good performance, high efficiency, and also very less downtime, which is very important for commercial vehicles and tractors and as such. So that is the expertise they transfer onto diesel engines. We have to see where they go with petrol. Good question.
Guys, I'm just going to take this moment to ask you to go ahead and like this video if you haven't already. Just provide a little bit of motivation while we are answering, and leave your questions here once and just patiently wait. Since we answer in a bit of detail, your question will take about 5 to 10 minutes to get answered, but we will answer it. We won't skip a question, we promise. Right?
We're here for another hour or so easily. So make yourself some tea, some coffee, popcorn, whatever your poison is. Parimal Vishwakarma, hello and good evening. Looking
sure.
Oh my.
You too. I'm sure you're a fine looking person.
Thank you for the kind words. But if you can refrain from swearing over it, at least we'd appreciate it.
Don't make us swear at least. Abdul says, isn't Passat overpriced? No man, it just got a price cut. It's damn nicely priced.
Because it's a low selling model, you can get like heavy discounts on it from even when you're buying it new.
Yeah. Elroy asks, what's your thought on the Camry? I'm asking this to you because you've driven the Lexus ES.
Yeah, I've driven the Lexus ES, and both of us are going to be driving the Camry on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, and I remember only one thing that you said earlier this morning.
What is the point of
the Lexus looks a bit pointless now.
Because you've got the LED headlights, LED fog lights, touchscreen infotainment, heads-up display, sunroof, ventilated front seats, the touch-sensitive rear armrest controls, which the Lexus has got proper physical buttons. You've got an electronic rear sunshade,
9
manual side
airbags.
sunshade, 9 airbags, which the old Camry also
Yeah.
had, and all a host of safety technology for
36.9, 37 lakh.
Yeah, so about 30k less than the old model costed.
Yeah.
And the Lexus is 60 lakh rupees. So at that price, yeah, the Lexus was nice, but now that the Camrys come in, I'm like, you're
It's
still going to
essentially
get
the same car.
selling
It
point.
is the same car.
It is the same car, same platform, same powertrain, same power output, torque output, everything. And the fact of the matter is, it is from Toyota. So whatever that quality promise and after purchase ownership experience is going to be there, you can be as positive that it's going to be as good as Lexus would provide. Maybe
Yeah.
Lexus would be a little more premium, but
Premium. Will make you feel special. That's it.
but yeah, looking to see what this Camry has to offer. Is it all just on the surface, or is it just that same plain Jane plays it safe car in the new salad dressing? That's
Yeah. Lalit, why Corolla needed to collaborate to Maruti?
Why
Because
Toyota needed to?
Toyota is a different brand, different customer base. Toyota like degrading because of Maruti. Okay, Toyota hasn't collaborated with Maruti. Let's be clear about this. Toyota has collaborated with Suzuki Japan, and they're doing it because they've clearly realized that making small cars is not their forte. Right, and India is a market of small cars, sub 4 meter cars that Toyota would have to spend a lot to develop, because if you look at their global portfolio, they don't really have anything that is sub 4 meter and very perfectly positioned
because,
for India.
Because that limitation is so unique to India,
Exactly.
you won't have global
Exactly.
products with that.
So it is, a wise man once said, outsource everything you can't perfect. Toyota is doing just that.
And it's about reach also. Like,
Yeah.
for example, you can get your product, something like whatever Maruti Suzuki is trying to do with the Altis. Maruti doesn't have
The
a high-end
expertise,
C-segment car. They had the Kizashi, that didn't work. Now they're
Tank.
trying something with this.
Yeah.
So it's just a question of experimenting, and there are limited units that are being transferred between both brands. So they get to learn something, they get to share expertise. And guys, in these days when you've got so many emission regulations, safety regulations, uneven regulations between markets, you have to collaborate, you have to look at economies of scale if you want this business to be sustainable, which is why they have to get together. You're going to see this across the range, and don't be surprised if you see very uncanny bedfellows getting together.
Yeah, because for example, very recently Ford and Volkswagen announced a venture. Now Volkswagen is making a pickup which is essentially based on the Endeavour pickup. So yeah, you'll see a lot of these companies collaborating. Even BMW and Mercedes had recently announced. Okay, let's do a quick rapid fire. Nexon, Amaze, Baleno. In petrol, what is your order?
Petrol, I would go with Baleno, Nexon and Amaze on par.
Yeah, best variant of Creta.
SX, and if you can afford it, get the top spec.
Say namaste to Nitin.
Namaskar.
Soumya Lash, does Cardigo have updated cars new price in 2019? Yes. All prices
All
are up.
from dealers directly.
Yeah, they're up to date. Which one is better, Verna automatic diesel sunroof version or Vitara Brezza automatic mileage city and highway? Okay, the Brezza will be more efficient compared to the Verna for sure. The Brezza gives somewhere around 18 to 19 in the city and about 23 to 24 on the highway. The Verna gives somewhere around 14 to 15 in the city and about 19-20 on the highway. What is the better car? The Verna. It's definitely more polished. It's better built. It's got more features. But
the diesel engine itself is better.
And the diesel is as refined as a petrol. But it's not something that's very spacious. Not saying the Brezza is a big improvement, but
it can still seat 5 because the rear seat is.
There's width as well. Will Nissan Terra launch in India 2019?
No. They're going to wait and see with the kicks. If it's responded well, then they might get the Leaf this year. Then maybe I'll think about Micra or something. Then your Nissan Terra.
Yeah, but I don't think it will come.
Yeah.
Okay, Parimal wants to buy an Apache RR310. Parimal, car dekho, bro. But for that price, maybe Duke 390.
Parimal, one request. What you can do is, if you want assistance on this, we have our colleague Arun Nadar. You can reach out to him on Instagram. His handle is
@MotorNad.
Just look for Arun Nadar, Nadar. Ping him on Instagram. Give him our reference, and he'll be able to help you out.
Tell him 2 fat people sent you to him. Yeah. House Polo 1 liter comfort line. It's slow, good for the city, not much else. XUV300 launch date 14th Feb. XUV300 price 8 to 12 lakh. New Duster launch date. Any idea? I'd say somewhere around Diwali. i20 Sports Plus launch not yet, but it will. TUV300 facelift date, and will it get a sunroof?
Sunroof, I don't expect.
No.
Launch date will probably be towards the second half of
August
this
to
year.
September is more likely, yeah. Vitara, Brezza or EcoSport. When will the Grand i10 new gen launch? September. Harrier price will be between 16 to 21 lakh. On road, sorry. New Wagoner or the current Celerio? I'd say new Wagoner. Wait for the new Wagoner. Praveen has booked the Baleno Zeta. How much will the price be raised by? I think somewhere around 19 to 25,000. That is what we've heard. BMW 530D M Sport or the E350 diesel?
530D M Sport if you like driving yourself. E350D if you want the best chauffeur-driven car.
Ciaz safety rating. It was crash tested in Indonesia. It scored 4 stars. Yeah, scored 4 stars.
3 or 4 stars. I can't recall.
आप कब XUV का official review करेंगे? We are driving it at the end of this month. मयंक जी
रिव्यू आते आते हो जाएगा तकरीबन 14 फरवरी के पास में चलाए तो हम लोग 30 तारीख को ही है 30-31 तारीख को सॉरी 31 और 1 तारीख को अगर गोवा में हो तो आके हेलो बोल लो.
Akash Gupta, is Mahindra Altis worth buying, and is high beam light LED or HID? The high beam is halogen and worth buying. Yeah, sure. Launch date of Baleno 2019. Which variant to buy? Manual or automatic? I'd say it's launching by the end of this month. Which variant to buy? I'd recommend the Delta heavily. Any update on new Alto K10? No, but I think it will get phased out and the new one will come. Okay. Does Jeep have any plans to introduce Renegade?
Officially nothing because their focus is still going to be on the Compass.
Kicks versus S-Cross.
S-Cross.
Will the new 1.5 diesel be limited to Ertiga, S-Cross, Ciaz, or will it go in the Brezza, Swift and Dzire?
Yes, it will be limited to them because
bigger cars.
They don't need that kind of power. Yeah. Especially given the Ciaz, the keep it on the lower variant still has the 1.3. It's the higher variants that are getting the 1.3.
Yeah. Jeep Renegade launch Yash unlikely abhi. Nikhil suggest Nikhil and SUV in 15 to 12 lakh. 15 to 20. I'd say wait for the Harrier. Surya
asks, Harrier, you can consider the Creta right now. You can wait for the Kia SP concept based Trezor, SPZ, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, Tata Harrier mileage. It goes anywhere from 13 to 17 based on the mode you're in. Tiago JTP versus Swift, fun to drive. I'd say JTP, hands down. Anshul is planning to buy Amio diesel or Tiago JTP. Automobile enthusiast, please suggest. Go for the JTP. Sir, Tata Nexon kaisi hai in one word?
Value for money.
3 words, but take it. Best car under 20 lakhs without giving priority to 7 seats. Best car under 20 lakh. I'd say there are quite a few. The most well-rounded package that I can think of is the Creta. Yeah, Honda HR-V is launching this year. No. Can I buy Ford EcoSport Signature? I would recommend for the same price buy the Titanium Plus. Let go of the sunroof. It's useless. Is in January price of car increases? Yes, most of them. EcoSport or Nexon regarding safety? I'd still say EcoSport. Okay, where are we? Here. Yeah. Okay. Any new Volkswagen car in 2019?
Not really. It will be updating the existing models.
Yeah. Subhashish, you can pick the Amio Highline. When is the Swift RS with the booster jet launching?
I don't think they're going to get it because the Baleno RS didn't work much.
Yeah. Also, I've found that the Tiago JTP is available at some dealership only. Is it true? Yeah, the JTP is
23.
13, I think.
13.
Yeah, बहुत कम है. Himanshu says, how's Mahindra's 1.5 liter engine geometric turbo in the Marazzo? I've heard a lot about that engine. Mahindra claims that they've tested it with the Innova to match in terms of reliability. I think the engine's pretty nice. In the Marazzo, we thought it would run out of breath with 7 people on board, but it surprisingly didn't. Of course, it wasn't quick, but it was adequate.
Fitness for the purpose, it is fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good. The torque isn't very peaky, at least in the Marazzo. It's nice and flat. It comes in very constantly. So, yeah, it's good. Maybe it's tuned differently in the XUV300. We'll see. Planning to buy freestyle advice, petrol or diesel with respect to BS6? Sridhar, right now, base your decision on your running. If you're using less than 50 kilometers per day, pick the petrol. Otherwise, go with the diesel. But I would personally prefer the diesel because it's more fun to drive. Hyundai Creta Executive, what about it, Manford? Saurav, do you provide information about bikes?
On BikeDeco and zigwheels.com. Yeah. Unfortunately, the experts for that are our colleagues.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to them on our social channels.
Yeah. Why is road tax different for same car but different models? Because road tax is a function of the car's ex-showroom price. Ex-showroom जैसे differ होता है वैसे road tax differ होता है. Tata Harrier versus Tata Nexon. Obviously, the Harrier. Will that Mahindra's 1.3? No, it's a separate question. Will that Mahindra's 1.5 diesel engine be able to beat rivals? I've heard XUV and TUV will get that same engine. XUV will for sure. If the TUV will or no, I'm not too certain because
we can't say at this point
because the BS6 angle comes in. So you never know. XUV for sure, but TUV we are not sure. Able to beat its rivals on paper, it is already. But let's see.
Kiran Parmekar, why is Toyota not giving the Etios a new generation of facelift at least? It's such a good car. Actually, absolutely agreed with you. The issue is that in that segment, the established players are so strong that most brands don't see the sense in investing in it. To give you another example, Skoda right now is considering getting the Scala to India, which is some 14 lakh rupee car, hatchback, rather than the Fabia. Yeah. Because they know that the i20, Baleno, Ciaz, Polo, these cars are so well established that for them to try and break into that segment, it doesn't make sense. It's not worth the investment and they won't get the return. So, which is why the Toyota's sales are mainly banking on what? Innova Crista, Fortuner.
Yeah.
So that is what their focus will be, which is why you're seeing them trying to get Baleno, Vitara Brezza into their showrooms with their brand.
Yeah. Kumareshan Gyan Shekran asks, is Baleno suspension as bad as some people claim? Okay, I'd say that how a suspension setup feels is very subjective. Different people respond differently. For example, I like stiff suspensions, and many people hate it, saying that it doesn't insulate the cabin from the khaddas and the bumps. It is stiff, it's slightly stiff, but it has been worked upon based on feedback. I honestly suggest you take a test drive, and during the test drive, make the salesperson drive, sit behind, and then take a call. Rishi, what's up? Good to see you here. Okay, let's do a quick rapid fire again. Polo versus Ciaz.
Polo for self-driven, Ciaz for family.
Do you think Suzuki should bring the Kizashi again? Yes or no?
No.
Tigor versus Baleno.
Baleno.
Will Toyota's Baleno still be a tin car, or will Maruti
will not stop making the Baleno? They are only supplying 25,000 units of the Baleno to Toyota for them to rebrand.
Yeah.
The build quality, sheet metal, I don't expect any changes. What they might do is possibly bring in a 6i-pack variant, but even we don't know. Even Maruti Suzuki doesn't know what they're going to do with it yet.
Yeah. Why doesn't the NCAP crash test all the ongoing cars to get a better idea?
Because there are only two methods. You can check out this article that I've done on CarDeco about NCAP. But they acquire car through two methods. One, the manufacturer gives them the car, which is what Tata did with the Nexon. And two, they buy the car themselves. They have certain sponsors which give them money to go and acquire cars anonymously through dealerships.
Yeah.
So the procedure is they'll go to the dealer, they'll buy the car anonymously without the manufacturer finding out. Then they send the VIN, vehicle identification number, to the company to confirm that is this valid as per your current production run.
Yeah.
And then that is tested. You can imagine there's a lot of money going into this. It's a big logistical headache, which is why it's a time-consuming process, and they have to do it in batches of maybe 6 to 7 cars at a time at most.
And
so that's the limitation.
And the NCAP is a non-profit organization, so it doesn't make any money. But the solution to this is a government body that crash tests and certifies, which is what we need in place desperately.
Best 5-seater under 10 lakh, except for Ciaz and Ertiga. You can look at
S-Cross,
Vitara,
WRV.
WRV.
Ciaz. Views on new Camry, worth it? Udit, I think it's definitely worth it if you really like the hybrid and the tech bit of it. Otherwise, I think the Superb has everything that the Camry has, but it's a dirty diesel. Skanda, after a long time watching you guys, thanks for joining us, man. Good to see you here. And I'm taking a small break again just to remind you, if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. It means a lot to us. We really like big numbers.
Subscribe and share this video.
Yeah.
We've only been into this half an hour. There may be more people who have questions to be answered, so share it with them right now.
Yeah, we've got about 78 people watching. So yeah, if each of you hit, it's bumped up to 82 now. Super.
Nice.
Okay, Paul says, I've been watching your review on Freestyle, but I'm in a bit of a confusion as to spend my money, high variant, or get an iPhone that costs around the same. Performance-wise, which one would you prefer? Freestyle versus an iPhone?
Are you talking about the variant increase cost that you can get an iPhone for that? I mean, I tell you this, your Freestyle, whatever money you put in for that added variant is going to be valid for 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah,
the iPhone, you buy it now, by the end of the year, you'll already have a person in a turtleneck coming and telling you buy our new stuff. So
the person in the turtleneck? Okay, never mind.
Emulation, not
Okay.
the exact.
XUV media review date and how's the petrol engine, Gaurav? We're driving it on the 31st and 1st. You'll have the review hopefully by 14th. How's the petrol engine? We'll tell you. Nitin says, bro, we like to see bike reviews from both.
I would love to do it. I have in fact done one or two, but the issue is that we have such, not an issue, but the benefit is that we already have such a strong bike team of guys who are more experienced than us. So you're going to see, if you are subscribed to Zigbees, which I know you are, Nitin, there's going to be a new review coming up of the Suzuki V-Strom versus the versus 650 Kawasaki. It is going to be epic. Yeah. That's been done by Priyadarshan and Arun Nada, so give them a shout out. Yeah. Okay, Parimal's reaching out to Arun. Superb. We'll inform him that you're reaching out to him. How's the Kicks petrol? We haven't driven it. But based on what we know of the capture, very refined, fairly thirsty too. Yeah. But good in terms of overall drivability. No major deal breakers with it except for maybe the efficiency. Yeah. Where? Okay. Review the new 1.5 liter diesel of Maruti as soon as possible. We will. So Mohammed, that car will be probably coming to the market in February, mid-Feb or something. So by the time we get our hands on it, might be a little late. We'll give you a heads up. Vipul asks, is there any probability of Elite i20 diesel automatic? No, don't expect. What changes will be there in Zeta model of the facelift of the Baleno? Praveen, the biggest change will be that it will get projector headlamps. It will get a seatbelt reminder and it will get a speed warning. What is the best variant of the new Ciaz? Delta, most value for money. Tata 45X launch date somewhere in September. Some info about Kia and their first car. So the Kia SPZ or Trezor or Trailster or whatever it's called is based on the Hyundai Creta. What you might get to see is what you will get to see is a very distinctive design. We're quite certain that the design is going to be very similar to the concept SP. And on the inside, what you're going to get is a car that quality-wise will match Hyundai, but the design will be more like your modern-day Mercedes-Benz cars. So you'll have like a standout pop-out type display in the center. It might have probably, I'm guessing, an analog and digital MID. We'll have the basic range of features. So auto AC with rear AC vents, push button start with a sunroof, ventilated seats, all of that. Tarush, hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. When will the new Audi A6 come to India and price? What I recommend you do is check out a video we've done right now, upcoming cars in 2019. So the A6 sedan cars. So that's the video that's the one that's live so far. Yeah. We're gonna have more coming up. So the A6, the A8, the Tigor electric, all those cars, all the sedans, you're going to get the information about them. So go ahead and check it out. Yeah. Okay. Let's quickly run through the questions because we have quite a lot of backlog. Raju asks, what will be the on-road price of XUV300? Anywhere between 9.5 to say 14.5. Yeah, 14.5. Tata Tigor JDP comes with 5-inch infotainment, but Tiago XZ Plus and XZ get 7-inch. JDP siblings will get updated in near future. Do let us know. We will, but I don't think it will happen because the volume is too low. Any chances of getting 1.5 liter petrol in Brezza? No, because it will disqualify it from the sub 4 meter taxes. Rishi is waiting on the 45X. Saw spy shots of the Speedo. It's just like the Harrier. Yes, it is. I'm excited for that car as well. What's the price of XUV300 to 12 lakh? Do you think there would be any new Jeep Compass anytime? The Trailhawk. New variant, not a new car. Honda City V or Ciaz Alpha? I'd say Ciaz Alpha. Actually, even the V is very well equipped. It gets practically everything that the Ciaz does. True, but then I think the Alpha is cheaper. Yeah. Views about Passat, Samat, we discussed this. Push for a discount. Yeah, push for a discount. Volvo XC60 versus Q5 45 TFSI petrol. You won't get the XC60 with the petrol. Yeah, but if you're comparing the diesel to the petrol, I'd still prefer the Volvo XC60. Apollo or Bridgestone tire for Wagoner, which is better, sir? We can't recommend brands because model to model it varies. We have to test them and then use. Yeah, is XUV petrol good, worth waiting? We'll have to test it and see. Gaurav, but yeah, it will be worth waiting because it's a turbocharged engine. In January, price of EcoSport increase or not? I don't think Ford has raised prices yet. Which is better, Toyota Fortuner 2.8 4x280 or Endeavour 2.2 Titanium? I don't have much of off-roading. I travel a lot on highways and city. Which one's easier to drive in the city? I think it's still the Endeavour. Endeavour, because the controls, the steering controls and everything are a lot lighter, and you'll feel nicer when you're in the Endeavour. It feels like a segment above the Fortuner in terms of quality. And if you don't have off-roading usage, which is the one main USP for the Fortuner, aside from resale value, get the Endeavour.
Okay, kicks versus Creta, which is more fun to drive? I'd say it's the kicks because that engine is known to be, peaky in performance.
And the
It really
steering
pushes.
also. The steering response is also
But it
nice.
gets that violent
Yeah, the
kickback.
kickback.
So yeah, Hyundai Creta executive launch and features. Manford, it's got ventilated seats, and yeah, I think that's about
That's
the
the
only
only
change.
addition.
Indian auto industry going to benefit from Ford VW alliance? No. The Indian auto industry is going to benefit from the Mahindra Ford alliance. Want a fuel efficient car because of too much monthly running, mostly on highways, petrol or diesel after sale service matters. Thinking of Ciaz 1.5 diesel Parimal, yeah, if running is high, actually just buy the 1.3. Lauren wants to know our names. He's Tushar, I am Arun. Why Maruti Suzuki doesn't give sunroof? Is it really that important?
There's a lot of demand for it, but I don't see those many people not buying. And there are certain engineering limitations and problems that arise with sunroofs.
Yeah, for example, see if you put a sunroof in a car, you have to account for the
Dust.
fact that dust will get inside the cabin from there. So the seals need to be thought of. A lot of heat will come inside the car, so you need to account for that. When there's more heat, so you need to upgrade the cooling efficiency of the air conditioner. That is another problem. And then our fellow countrymen are super wise and they make their kids stick out of the sunroof, which is, I'll categorically say it's one of the stupidest things you can do if you have a sunroof in your car.
Atif Khan, Mahindra Marazzo or Hyundai Creta.
7 सीटर्स चाहिए तो Marazzo ले लो,
Yeah.
नहीं तो Creta.
बजट है तो फिर अगर आप 6 एयरबैग और सब कुछ जो सेफ्टी के लिए इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो तो फिर ले लो. Can you suggest good dash cam? Recently bought Baleno. Again, brand wise, we honestly can't recommend.
Pretty
we have
much
some
most
ideas.
most of them are pretty much the same. Go look a few up on Amazon. They pretty much it's like a fridge, man. A dash cam is like a fridge. It'll just work.
But what we recommend is avoid hardwiring it to your battery because there may be some issues that arise out of that. And even if you have it connected to your 12-volt socket, make sure you disconnect it once you're done with it.
Cars off, yeah. Is Trend diesel good? I'll have to stretch to titanium. Sridhar, Trend's good enough. If both of you were not car experts, what would you like to do?
Do nothing and get money for free.
Yeah. Amaze or Jazz, and why? I'd say Jazz.
Jazz, cabin space, ride quality, and
better quality also.
Yeah. Only thing missing from that is that rear headrest.
Yeah, i20 or Polo. I'd say i20. No?
i20, yeah.
i20 or Baleno Alpha. Again, if you want space and mileage, buy the Baleno. For everything else, buy the i20. Baleno 2019 or Brezza ZDI AMT. If Baleno, why not Brezza and vice versa? Already booked the Brezza, but asking you for the best option because I trust you people.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anirudh. Okay, so I'm just going to assume you're asking about the Baleno diesel compared to the Brezza diesel. I would also tilt in favor of the Brezza because 1, AMT, 2, better seating position, 3, better comfort over highways, and yeah, it's got that SUV look too. So I'd pick up Brezza myself.
MG Hector price is going to be somewhere around 16 lakh starting.
Yeah.
परिमल विश्वकर्मा अगर इंडिया क्रैश टेस्ट सेटअप करेगा तो क्या होगा? गाड़ियां क्रैश टेस्ट होंगी और होने वाला है.
देश का भला होगा.
BNSV AP भारत New Vehicle Safety Assessment Program is going to be a homogeneously set up crash test center. So you're going to have the front, head-on, front offset and side impact. All those tests run for all vehicles, which have to be done. It will be mandatory for all cars to pass. And it will all be done at 56 kilometers an hour.
Will new Mahindra Thar launch in 2019? When is Jimny expected? Suggestion for a car that can go anywhere with utmost reliability, worth waiting for Jimny.
Jimny is not coming as per the confirmation by CV Raman sir,
who's the head of R&D for Maruti Suzuki.
Will new Mahindra Thar launch in 2019? I don't think 19. That is something they,
for sure.
Yeah, possibly before the Auto Expo or at the Auto Expo.
Also, if you need a car that can go anywhere with utmost reliability, look at the Isuzu V-Cross. It's severely underrated for what it can do. Sorry.
GT Wogs, is Verna automatic diesel clatter noise issue? Not at all.
Absolutely not.
Sumit Bhatia, glad to see both of you doing close-up chat. Glad to have you with us. I am interested in Creta 1.4 due to a spacious cabin, but should I wait for XUV300? Yes, I would recommend doing that.
Yeah.
2019 Ciaz will get 6-speed transmission, and what's the mileage?
Yeah, it is.
Not with the petrol.
No, the 1.5. No, the 2019 Ciaz. I'm assuming you're talking about the 1.5 diesel. That gets the 6-speed. What is the mileage? It's 28.62 kilometers. Okay, let's quickly move into a rapid fire again. Marazzo M4 or M6?
M6. M4 versus M2, the price increase is too much for what's being added.
Okay, Lawrence says in the last session you told about 8 car abbreviations, but I didn't find it online. Lauren, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it in the comment section right now. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the.
There we go.
Yeah, I just found the link. Lauren, if you're still live, I'm just dropping the link in the comments. Please check it out. But after you finish the live, Robin says hello. Atto asks Thar or Gypsy, which is better for modding? Thar. Did you like the XUV's interior in pictures? Yeah, it's all right. Is the Hyundai Sticks launch date and expected price for diesel top end? Launch in April 2019. Price for the top end on road will be somewhere around 14 lakh.
Karan Dharni, why did the Honda Mobilio fail so miserably? Number one, because the Ertiga was too well established. Number two, because I did the quality. It was giving you very bad quality for the kind of money that Honda was expecting.
Overpriced. Honestly, it was overpriced.
Honda Amaze 2017. What about it? Is Maruti Suzuki going to launch CNG petrol version of which car?
Yeah.
WagonR will get a CNG
and LPG, but eventually.
But yeah, not immediately.
XUV300 1.2 gets 125 horsepower, 200 Nm. Is that enough to kill the rivals? It's true that even Ford will use the engine. Second part of the question, yes, Ford will use the engine. Is that enough? We really want to drive it.
Don't go by just on paper numbers, guys. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah. Rishi asks, where's Karthik? I think right now he's in Jaipur. New C-Class review. Yeah, that's coming.
Yeah.
That's
next
coming
week. Next week you'll see it. Both text and video.
Zahid says, loads of love from Mysore, Karnataka.
Taken and returned, sir.
एक पैकेट मैसूर पाक भेजना प्लीज
देखो कम खाना चाहिए अभी वो सुचिता के फैट बोल के
हाँ कौन था वो फैट बोल के गया okay just
oh my god we're catching up
okay let's do this quickly. Harrier, Hector, Kia SP, what would be your order of excitement?
Harrier, Kia SP, Hector.
How can we add bird's eye view camera in Baleno? How much will it cost? Akash, it is possible, but there is a lot of headache. I'd suggest you don't do it. You'll need to buy 3 cameras. You'll need to calibrate a software that knows your car's dimension. It's a big headache. Possible.
And the installation of the cameras will be your wing mirrors, the bonnet and all the fitment quality will. Whoever says they'll do a good job will still do jugaad and give it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Sandeep has a complaint. So yeah, please post it. We'll check it out. Kedar says, when Maruti is adding petrol engine to Brezza, I don't think that segment is so hot in petrol, but never know. XUV is in black also. I don't think there's black. No?
I'm not aware myself.
And just a second, let us check that out. I don't think
it would be nice to look at it. Oh, by the way, have you guys seen that advertisement with Gaurav?
Oh yeah, please.
Mahindra's advertisement. Yeah, quite amazing.
Go to Mahindra's Mahindra XUV300 ka official channel pe. There is a new ad featuring Gaurav.
Just type in XUV300 Gaurav Gill, you'll find it.
Check it out.
Fantastic. I've tweeted it. You can check it out on Pink Torker.
Yeah, and there is a black for the XUV300.
Nice.
Yeah. It's called the Napoli Black.
MG Hector, which segment it's going to be in your Hyundai Tucson or Tata Harrier Compass segment?
Will I never get any new engine?
We are hoping for it to get that new something blue. It's called Blue Tech or Ecotech or something like that. That is going to be the new engine and it's supposed to get the new 10-speed automatic transmission. We are hoping but can't say for sure right.
Okay, plan to buy Alto 800. Should I wait for the next model? And is it going to be only facelift or new generation?
Expecting a new generation.
New generation. Elroy says in your video yesterday you said that the Ciaz 1.5 diesel will sell alongside. Yes, it will. Will that make sense as it will affect the sales of new 1.5?
Two things to consider in this. Number one, Maruti Suzuki already has a contract with Fiat, so they have to get those models moved.
Yeah.
And two, Maruti Suzuki won't be in a position to supply all those units of the 1.5 diesel so quickly. They'll gradually pace it up and scale up operations. So it's fine. And that too, the variant in which the 1.3 is coming is the base. Yeah. Ciaz buyers by and large are going for one above base or mid-range at least. So that gets more word of mouth going. And once people know that the engine is doing well, that people are happy with its performance and efficiency and reliability even, that is when they can gradually start scaling up and phase out the 1.3.
Yeah, okay. Estimated price of Kia SP will be same as the Creta. Suggest Audi Q3 or Q7?
Q7.
I went to see the Nissan Kicks. The dealer informed me that Kicks petrol will be offered only in one variant. When I checked from outside, the car was so different from the diesel one.
By what we know, the top spec model will not get the petrol engine.
Yeah, and it is different from the diesel one because the diesel is available in the top model. The petrol's top model is one below top. Rapid fire time, guys. Okay, super. Utsav says it had no leather upholstery, had fabric all over. Yeah, that Utsav, you're basically describing what's called, I think, the XV Pure model. Sandeep, I watched the compact sedan comparison, felt that it was not very detailed. Especially Aspire was kind of projected as not a very good car, whereas in your Aspire review, you were very positive about it. Sandeep, feedback taken. I'll relay it back to the team.
If you could put a detailed comment about this on the video itself, explaining what is it that you didn't like about it, what you wanted to know more, I'm sure Nabil will be able to reply to your comment also and give you some better perspective.
Because trust us, it's all heart. Whatever we feel, whatever we think is correct, whatever our observations are, there's no coating of bias. There's absolutely no coating of personal prejudice there. So yeah, we'll call it as we see it. Tiago versus i10 petrol. I'm confused. I'd say look at the Grand i10, smoother engine. When will the XUV300 get delivered if we book it now? End of next month. So please let me know, is it worth waiting for XUV and Harrier as we are getting Creta 1.4S at 50% on-road distance? That's a good deal. Check करो कि 2018 का मॉडल है कि 2019, अगर वो डील मिल रहा है ले लो. Scooter with ABS, Aprilia SR 150 and the Vespa 150. What is a turbocharged engine?
It's forced induction.
Forced induction. So
it's a very complicated thing to explain, but basically imagine a regular engine. Instead of your regular air going in, it takes in hot air from your exhaust valve. It uses a turbine to spin it around, put cooler air into your air intake. Cool air is denser. It's put pressurized air into your four-stroke engine, which is why you get a boost, which is why there's turbo lag, because the turbine has to generate a certain amount of boost pressure.
Yeah.
So that's the motive.
Why they say Maruti parts are cheap to buy, Ford charges only half of that.
It's common.
It's perception.
Nobody ever said it officially. The problem is that Ford is dealing with the repercussions of their earlier reputation, because it was expensive to own a Ford at one point.
Yeah.
Rajat says,
Rajat
says, we own a second-gen Fortuner, planning to buy another car, might be C SUV. My father is mad after Creta, but I'm suggesting him XUV300. Creta 1.6 litre is dead in driving. How will XUV300 be on paper? So to answer the ultimate question, we have to drive the XUV to tell you what the deal is. Because unless we drive it, we can't tell you. And if you're talking about the 1.6, is it the petrol or the diesel? What steering mode in XUV300?
So it's got, I think, normal, comfort and sport. It basically alters the
behavior response.
Because it's an EPS,
the power steering servo basically.
Yeah, you can vary the amount of resistance.
EcoSport Signature Petrol, Creta SX Petrol, in terms of build quality and drivability, both are on par, honestly.
Yeah, both are fantastic. And if you have the budget for a Signature, please look at the Titanium Plus instead. You can live without the sunroof.
Ronit Patil features in Ciaz 1.5. Everything will be the same as the 1.3 diesel. Only difference is you won't have the SHPS.
Yeah.
What will be MG? What will be MG motor? When will MG Motors and Kia launch in India? So Kia will be launching somewhere around April this year, I think, and MG should be, when is it?
April mein they'll show the car, they'll launch it by September.
Yeah.
Parimal says, अच्छा इसलिए Japanese जब India आए थे तो बोले कि India इतनी गर्म और dusty country है, sunroof क्यों चाहिए? Exactly. So you know the Japanese's affection for cleanliness, right? So उसके लिए.
Does the new Aspire 1.2 liters are complying with BS6 and crash test? So as of now, no. It can be.
He's talking about BS6.
Yeah. So
crash test, yes.
You can get it adapted to BS6, but they won't do it immediately. Manufacturers are avoiding that for the most part because luxury brands are sticking.
Yeah. Ninad says, do you have any idea whether Mahindra is going to update the Bolero? They will have to, because they'll replace it completely, because the current Bolero does not meet safety norms.
Hitendra had told you answer before. It's M6.
Budget hai to M6 le lo.
XUV and Creta have the same wheelbase.
Yeah, pretty much.
I bought new Aspire 1.2 liters. Again, it's
Shaji, it's the petrol engine is not BS6 compatible as of now, but petrol engines are resistant to BS6 fuel. Even in a BS4 car, BS6 fuel will work completely fine.
The alterations for BS6 and petrols will be very little.
Yeah.
You won't see more than maybe a 25 to 30,000 rupee price increase because of BS6, but it's going to be uniform across the board, so it doesn't really make a difference.
And congratulations on the car.
Yes. Tushar and Arun, you guys are that Egotica, and you are reviews are just on. Thank you so much for replying to them. That's what we're here for, man. Thank you for joining us. How does Ford cars when it comes to resale?
Not very good, but
I mean, facts are facts.
Subhashish, we've answered your question. You can pick the Amio DSG Highline, but push for a discount. Shantanu, SUVs or sedan, which type is better for long highway journeys?
Body style doesn't decide.
Yeah. Will your answer apply for sub 4 meter cars also? Yes, but in sub 4 meter cars, I'd prefer sub 4 meter SUVs for the highway over sedans.
Can I get Tiago JTP and Dehradun?
I
Will the
don't think
dealership
so.
be there?
I don't think
Is
so.
there a list of dealerships?
Yeah, there is. You can go to Tata's website and the dealership is there. How many horses in Ciaz 1.5 diesel? 95. EcoSport diesel versus Nexon diesel.
Both are on par for me. They're great performers. Drivability wise, slight edge to the Nexon. Performance wise, slight edge to the EcoSport.
What are you interested in except cars? Food, a lot of food.
Thoughts on the
That's
new
evident.
BMW 3 Series 2019? Looking forward to it a lot because the current gen 7 Series, 3 Series, 3 Series is seriously showing its age in terms of quality, especially when you look at it with competitors like the A4 and the C Class.
Yeah.
New one's going to be, by what we understand, more centric, as in more of a family car, better cabin space, and hopefully they can maintain that fun to drive aspect, which is a selling point for the 3 Series.
Okay, do a live session with Mr. Singhi also. Yeah, Mr.
Convince
Singhi.
him.
Yeah, Mr. Singhi needs to have time. No, he just pretends he's camera shy.
Do you remember that Tata changed their designers because there is a sudden change in the car designs in the past few years? Looks a lot more upmarket. Tata is Pratap Bose. He is heading the design division over there.
Ever since the Bolt came out, I think
Yeah.
that was his first product. I'm
So,
not sure.
yes, Mahindra also, Maruti Suzuki. Okay, Maruti Suzuki, though, a lot of the new cars are Japanese spec anyway.
I doubt anyone knows who's designing Suzuki cars.
I'm privy to that.
Because it was very interesting when I saw when the JDM WagonR launched, they basically based the design on those 3 GM SUVs. One looked like the Silverado, one looked like some Cadillac. So yeah, there's a lot of inspiration going on. You look at the Ertiga's dash, it looks like the Q7. So yeah, a lot of inspiration there. We increase the tire size from 14-inch to 15-inch, and I've lost the question. Stability and grip will be good. Does it affect on pickup too? It will affect pickup because there's a larger rolling diameter. Grip will depend on the width, not on the height, and stability will be pretty much the same.
Sriram, yes, you can, but the issue is that you won't get the head unit itself. Maruti Suzuki doesn't offer that particular smart play infotainment system in their MGA, and getting it from the aftermarket, you're better off just finding something from your block punks or something like that. Those kind of brands, they will be able to give you something that has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay navigation integrated into them.
Yeah. Will XUV300 kill the Brezza? No, I doubt, because I don't think
The
Mahindra.
pricing.
Yeah, more than the pricing, I don't think Mahindra can produce as many XUV300s as Maruti can produce
And
Brezzas.
the dealer reach also.
Yeah, Datsun Cross Cat 2019 mid mein aayega? Nahi. Should I go for Nexon or buy XUV300? Wait for sticks. Wait till the sticks and then take a decision. Have you met Rajat Hirani for Motor Octane? Yes, we keep meeting him on a lot of media drives. Tiguan versus competition. What competition? If you consider the CRV, then I'd buy the Tiguan over the CRV. Between the Tucson and the Tiguan, it's a tough call, but I'd pick the Tiguan because I think I just connect better to it. Yeah.
Sumit Bhatia.
Yeah, my brother checked the Ciaz 80, but its dimensions are too big. Max budget 11 lakhs. He
I
likes
think
the
you had
Ford.
joined us for the previous
Or
slide.
I think his brother had joined us the last time, but I was told to wait him up for the Baleno automatic for real good comfort. Okay, you can wait for the Baleno automatic, but honestly, I'd pick the Aspire. Heard rumors on Tata, new Tata Sumo. Any idea? I don't think that's coming, man. I-20 petrol mileage, 11 to 13 in the city, 16 to 17 on the highway. Taking a small break, reminding you to hit that like button if you haven't. I'm sorry, this sounds like an ad, and there is no skip ad button, is there? So yeah, please do that. We're at 42 likes. That's all right.
Abhinav Das, Aspire Titanium Plus Petrol or Tiago XZ or Freestyle Titanium Plus. I would say Freestyle Titanium Plus. Danesh, Tiago JTP versus Swift JTP. Definitely, it is the more fun to drive car. But if you look at daily commutes, you're probably better off with the Swift because JTP won't be as efficient. Grand i10 Magna Petrol or Santro Sports.
Grand i10, but look at the Asta because 85,000 तक का discount चल रहा है तो मिल जाएगा.
Grand i10 versus Ignis versus Swift Petrol for a tall dude.
Ignis.
But in the front seat of all of them, you're going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. Let's do a rapid fire. When the XUV300 is launched, could you make a video comparing it with the Nexon, Brezza, and EcoSport?
That is on the.
There are so many automatic options like CVT, AMT, DSG, torque converter. Which is the best? A DSG. Baleno facelift, XUV300 petrol, which will be better? So just like you, we don't know. Let the cars come. In the engine and performance section, the host just spoke mostly about the evident 3-cylinder vibes, and that too he did not mention the key point that the vibes are not present once you get going. Feedback noted. I'll relay this to Nabil. Mihir says,
Is Freestyle Titanium value for money? What is the practical mileage?
Petrol or diesel? Petrol will give you around 11 to 13 in the city and about 16, 17 on the highway, and the diesel will be much more. If titanium is value for money, yeah, I'd say that. But if you can just stretch for the titanium plus.
Shaji, we've
We've
answered
answered
your
your question. Elite i20 Astra option does offer 6 airbag, but does not come with leather seats. So, is just the seat have to be in fabric, or any other solution?
You shouldn't be. I mean, you can't get seat covers or anything. And
Yeah.
honestly, why do you want leather seats, man? I mean,
Yeah.
you're much better off in Indian conditions with fabric. Easier to clean, easier to maintain, doesn't fade as easily.
Freestyle Trend versus Titanium or Swift Zeta Alpha. I'd prefer the lower variant in each case. I can't pronounce your
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for the reply, guys. Sad to hear that the Swift RS is not expected. Will Tiago JTP be reliable? How low end power delivery? Also, is its 5-speed gearbox able to handle more torque if tuned?
Okay. Yeah. So I was speaking to the guys at JM. They said that engine and that gearbox can handle quite a bit of tuning. So if you're planning on remapping it, it will handle more power. Is the engine reliable? I've got enough reason to believe it because it's the same engine in the next one. It's got a revised air intake, and the exhaust has lesser back pressure. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. So yeah, no, shouldn't be an issue.
Sawmill, what are the sales of the new CRV? Have not seen a single one on road. Is it because of its price? Largely yes, because I mean it's a premium SUV in that space. Most people are buying the Fortuner Endeavour anyway.
Yeah.
Why XUV300 looks so much like a mix between Brezza and Creta? Udit, at some point you're going to see like commonalities between car design. Like when the Ciaz came to India for the first time, everyone was saying that it copied the Honda City. But the car had come out in the international markets before the City came here.
Yeah.
So certain, at the end of the day, design has limitations.
See, I'll also tell you, when the Hector comes in, most people will say, "Arey, Harrier ka China copy hai." But you know ki Harrier is inspired from the Kona that has, the slim DRLs on top. Or even before that, Peugeot's been doing it for, I don't know, for donkey's years now. So after a point of time, design just gets, let's say, concentrated. There's not much innovation happening in that space.
Parimal Vishwakarma, I own a 2010 RIS VDI. What will happen in 2020? If you hold on to it, it will keep being with you and you can drive it. Don't worry about the BS6 norms, man.
The best compact SUV in India right now is the Nexon, and a close second is the EcoSport.
Parimal, no, you won't have to sell it. You can choose to, but yeah, 10 years now that you had a diesel car, might as well go ahead and upgrade.
Yeah. Parimal, simple, yeah, you still see Maruti 800, Zen's, Esteems on the road. No, they are more than 10 years old.
They've gone from BS2 to BS3 to BS4, now BS6.
Check your RC card, check how long the registration is valid for. Once it's done with, you can always renew for 5 years. With the Wagoner coming with a 1 liter and 1.2, will Hyundai Santro also come with 1.2?
I doubt they take that move because the Santro is expensive to begin with.
XUV versus Creta. Let's wait for the XUV.
Do you think the new Ford Figo will be competing with the Tigor, or will it be above?
The Tiago? No, it will be slightly above. It will be in the Swift space.
Shiva K, will XUV300 have 2 diesel variants under 10 lakh? No. नोएडा में फेब में जो ऑटो एक्सपो लगता है उसकी डेट्स क्या है?
अभी सीधा 2020 में सुमित सर अभी तक डेट्स बताए नहीं है.
यूजुअली एक्सपेक्ट कर लो कि फर्स्ट वीक के एंड पे स्टार्ट हो जाता है.
Toyota Baleno launch end of this year. Why very few Maruti have less than 100 horsepower?
People don't see the need for it.
Sandeep says, I felt that in such a comparison video there could be many details that could be explained. I felt it was a short video for such an important comparison. Video could be a little longer. Feedback taken, sir.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
Hi Sriram, what's up?
All well, buddy.
तुषार एंड अरुण, आप लोगों की फेवरेट कार्स कौन सी है? यार देयर आर टू मेनी. बताने लग जाएंगे तो 1 घंटा लगेगा.
बाकी लोग गाली देंगे.
Sriram, sir, what is disc brake wiping feature that's found in the Tata Harrier? Okay.
It is.
Go for it.
It is basically a function that is used. You always have technical questions. So in the case of say monsoons, rainy conditions, it reduces. You obviously are relying on disc brake pads to create friction against the disc. This is going to wipe it clean before the disc has to come in contact, so you don't have moisture in between the pads and the disc. That's it.
This is the disc. This is the pad. So disc पे यहाँ पे पानी लगता है, तो there's obviously a layer of water between the pad and the disc. So braking effectiveness is lost. So what it does, it's an ESP based system where periodically it will basically apply the brakes very lightly, make sure the brakes are nice and dry so that they are effective when you really need them.
Shashi, Sunny, really hats off to both of you. What patience, Jerry. Just salute to you. Thank you very much,
That
sir.
meditation sessions are clearly working.
But really appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Abhishek
thank you.
Kumar, Baleno facelift of XUV300, which is better for office and highway total, 40 kilometers per day. Abhishek sir, let us drive the XUV. Then
Yeah,
we can
let us
tell you.
please drive the XUV. We won't make a know-it-all video without driving.
Is Hyundai Verna's real legroom less than new Swift?
No.
But
do you
not
want
to-
the actual numbers?
Then we'll have to get back to
Yeah.
you on that.
Where do you live, Lauren? Both of us live in Mumbai.
Lot of questions. Chetan Reddy, Creta 1.4 diesel, how will be like pickup? It's okay.
It's not
It's,
great.
it's the i20
It's
diesel
okay.
engine, so nothing great, but it's adequate mainly for city
Yeah.
use.
i20 का engine in a slightly heavier body, so you can अब थोड़ा अंदाजा लगा सकते हो.
नेक्स्ट लाइव सेशन सर आज का मिस हो गया सर आप अब तक लाइव हो सवाल पूछ
और
लीजिए
10 मिनट तक है हम 10-15 मिनट है हम
बेस्ट कार इन 6 lakh budget look at the Tata Tiago
or wait for the Wagoner.
or wait for the Wagoner. Why Mazda cars not selling in India? They have very good cars like Demio hatchback, Mazda 123 sedan. Reason not to come because again there's a lot of market research and required which they have to understand the market first of all. Probably they'll wait for BS6 to kick in and then start off from there. But at the moment Mazda is also a little cash strapped. And they have affiliations with Renault, Nissan, if I'm not mistaken, and that company itself is going through some tough turmoil because of what happened with Carlos Ghosn. Uri Diamabal. Oh, I thought this stream was in English. It is. You can answer we can answer your questions in English. You can ask them in English. You can also ask them in Hindi, and we can reply in Hindi too.
So what is meant by torque vectoring?
Torque vectoring.
It's how the system splits torque between wheels. That is what is called torque vectoring.
Anshul Singh, what is PDK gearbox? It is a technology created by Porsche. It's a dual clutch Porsche Doppelkupplung, whatever that full form is. It's a dual clutch system.
Doppelkupplung.
Yes, you may have insulted someone in Germany accidentally. SM Irfan, is Santro Sports AMT good for highway drive? It's average for it.
It's okay, but don't take that small car on the highway, please.
Karthikeyan, how you rate a car dash as average because seeing freestyle reviews that has average quality. So it's on touch and feel. How do you understand the quality of clothes, the finish of your phone, the touch of the metal of your laptop? How do you feel?
Karthik, tell me one simple thing. You know the difference, say, between a cheap 20,000 rupee laptop and a MacBook Air, for example, right? How do you say the MacBook has better quality? Because it feels premium. ना पकड़ के लगता है ना कि महंगा है.
Smooth finish of it, attention to detail, no weird gaps in between the fitments, no
For
weird
example,
white spots and nuts.
Yeah, with the Figo or the Aspire, if you just simply scratch the dashboard, you'll hear a very rough noise. In the same way, if you do it, say, on the Grand i10, it feels so much better. The panels that are put together, it feels so much better on the Grand i10, which is how we measure.
Sriram Sevadasan, why leather seats are not recommended for our conditions? I just put one experiment, Sriram, where whatever shirt you have on right now, regular cotton shirt or fabric type shirt, and wear a leather jacket. Go out and walk in regular temperatures
For 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes in like Indian summers and see how you feel in it. The same thing happens to the material because it shrivels up. There's constant daytime, the sunlight that comes in bakes the leather. So in the long run, leather starts to age a lot easily.
Yeah. Also, leather traps more heat. Difference between power and torque.
This is an explanation we've done too many.
Give the wall wala explanation.
I'm not doing it.
That's not true. But let's say a torque is a force of the distance and power. Okay, how do I put this? There's no simple way of putting this, but it's basically the amount of energy that a set thing generates. When i20 update will come, it should come by next month. Nexon diesel कितना देती है? I think 14-15 देती है city में और 20-22 देती है highway पे. Do you have any updates about Mahindra Bolero? Is Mahindra going to update? Yes, Nina, the update is coming.
But most likely a replacement for the
Yeah,
Bolero.
can't wait for XUV300 review कब है sir? Rajat, I'm guessing Rajat, but either of the two. Review will be live in mid-Feb. We are driving it on 31st and 1st.
You have decided to buy a Scorpio S11 4-wheel drive variant for off-road duty and occasional adventure, but now I'm confused between Scorpio and Isuzu D-Max. I'm worried about reliability of Isuzu. First of all, Isuzu is known for its reliability.
Yeah.
Those engines that they offer are on par with Toyota when it comes to bulletproof because they've got a global reputation for it. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I'm going to warn you here a bit. Few of the V-Crosses in India have had problems with their clutches, where the pedal just sinks in and stops. And so other than that issue, I think it's fine. Watch new TVC of XUV looks very promising. है ना?
Indeed.
Okay. कहाँ गया? Okay, where were we? Oh God. Okay. Let's quickly run into a rapid fire. Compass diesel or Innova diesel versus Harrier?
Wait for the Harrier.
Okay, you ask Alex.
For on and off road,
then we've answered the
next gen Polo launch
2021.
Amaze IV Tech, is it underpowered?
Yes, just a bit.
Shiva Kai, thank you for the reply, guys. You guys missed the same question in last week's session.
Sorry about that,
buddy.
Shiva. So sorry.
But we don't deliberately avoid any questions.
Yeah.
If we don't know it, we will tell you we don't know.
Yeah.
Hyundai i20 active petrol, planning to buy this. Should I wait or wait for the XUV300?
Wait.
Camry 37 lakh, worth it or entry level Germans?
See, the Germans will give you badge value and nothing else. In terms of features, the Camry is going to beat them hollow. You can also look at the Superb and the Passat, provided you don't want petrol.
Nikhil Sebastian brothers, when can I see your 10-year challenge? Hopefully never. Shri Vatsan, hi guys. SN World, hi.
Lovely Verma,
Wagoner 1.2 or Tiago Exit Plus, long-term reliability. Both are on par.
Yeah, but the Wagoner's engine is more proven than the
You've seen it in multiple cars.
Yeah.
New LK20 Sports Plus coming kya?
आएगा अगले महीने.
Diesel option between Desire, Aspire, Tigor, Amaze. Driving sense is ease of drive is first priority.
Okay, I'll give you the ranking. It will be Aspire, Amaze, Desire, Tigor. Hi Shobhan, what is the best option? Automatic compact SUV 2019, petrol between 10 to 15 lakh. Creta. Oh yeah, Creta. I don't think you have any other option.
Technical Rahul, what would be the pricing of XUV300? Should I consider it against Vitara Brezza? The second question first. Yes, pricing will be 8 to 12 lakh ex showroom. Arjun Apu, I have liked the video. Thank you very much. Saurabh Saxena, hello guys, how are you? We're doing very well. Thank you for asking. Satvik Maitre, is Honda City coming with a hybrid engine, sir? Because I want to take sedan, but I'm confused between Ciaz and Honda City. He likes the City's looks and Ciaz's engine. Please suggest a car that suits the best for me.
Okay, the City is not going to get any more update for at least 1 year. If you are buying now, if you like the Ciaz, buy the Ciaz.
Hyundai Santro was best value for money. Tell him. Whom? Could not join session early. Manlab Silva. Hi sir, Creta या XUV300 कौन सी बेस्ट है? सर जी अगर आप लोअर वेरिएंट देख रहे हैं Creta की तो फिर XUV300 के लिए वेट कर लीजिए. ज़्यादा समय अभी है नहीं लॉन्च होने के लिए, तो फिर वेट करके सबर का फल मीठा होता है. पूरे साल बाद hands up guys and very good patience. Thank you again शाहजी.
पूरे साल बाद Harrier की हुई पर लगता है धमाका XUV300 ही करेगी. देखते हैं, प्राइसिंग पे डिपेंडेंट है.
दिवाली में पटाखा सिर्फ एक ही थोड़ी ना बचती है. Sir, whether new Maruti's 1.5 diesel power top figures seem underpowered, do you think it will offer better drivability just like the City 1.5? Will it be reliable? So reliability is a question of time. I don't see an issue of drivability. Underpowered, the 1.3 is also not underpowered. It's just the tuning, because it is a very old engine and has turbo lag in certain models. So I'm waiting to see how it is in terms of drivability. I don't see it being an issue because Maruti really puts a lot of time into R&D and testing for the powertrains.
Yeah. Rupanshu asks, what will we get in new i20 update? Rear parking sensors are standard, seatbelt reminder, RI, speed warning, RA, and a little bit of features here and there.
Parimal Vishwakarma, Capture is a very good car but still not selling properly. I tell you one thing, head on over to zigwheels.com, check out the Renault Capture petrol review and look at my verdict. That will sum it up for you.
Yeah, or you can watch my review on Car Dekho, which is equally good.
Mandeep Bakshi, EcoSport Petrol S versus Capture RXT Petrol. Which one should I go for considering comfort, safety, convenience?
EcoSport S.
Okay. i20 or wait for next month. i20 is not going to get any major change right now.
But it's getting a feature update, so wait for it. Okay, let's quickly. XUV is correct option or not? It will be. Just wait for it. Arjun, we are fine. Well. New Swift VDI 2018 car, good or not? It's fine. It's good. Abhishek really likes our presentation. Thank you.
Our live schedule is every Friday, usually around 5 o'clock. Today we started at 6.
Yeah. Thanks for the reply, Saga. You're welcome. Samir. Okay, Kevin says Tata Nexon diesel reliability. So far, we haven't heard any major issues with it.
Is it worth buying Octavia style manual variant?
Yeah, sure.
Saurabh, Aspire 1.2 petrol or 45x petrol or Baleno 1.2 petrol? Between all of them right now, the one I'm most Baleno. Because we don't know what the 45x petrol is going to be like in that car. What are all the upcoming Volkswagen or Skoda compact SUV in India? First, you'll see Skoda's Creta rival, which will come next year. And it's being revealed in Geneva Motor Show, right? Yeah, it's being revealed at Geneva. And then Volkswagen will get the T-Cross.
Parimal says, what is the best way to improve English speaking? I can type and write good, but I stutter while speaking.
Any language, unless you speak it, unless you practice it, you will never get better at it.
Yeah.
Theoretical knowledge is nothing. Use it in daily practice. Even if something you're not sure that you know the English word, push for it. If it gets somebody makes fun of something,
cool job. And also try and watch English shows.
Yeah.
That will teach you the nuances of the language better, which word or which phrase to use when.
Arjun, Appu, how do we get to know if a tire is punctured while driving? So if you have TPMS, it will tell you that. Otherwise, you can tell it from the steering for the front wheels and even the rear wheels. Once they go, you lose pressure. Like say, for example, front wheels, you feel the steering getting heavier.
Yeah.
And in the rear wheels case, you'll feel it's a body connect kind of thing. You'll feel the drive sense of it that the left side is pulling a little bit.
If it's severely low on air, you'll also see the car tip or tilt to one side.
Prasun Kumar, make India great again. If you know how, say so. Faisal Tumbi, can you explain the difference between torque and horsepower and how it affects car performance? Again, this is a very elaborate answer to give. I'll try and see if we've done an article on it already. Otherwise, I'll post it because it just becomes a little tricky to explain it verbally. There's a whole formula involved.
Okay, Amaze or Aspire, which one to buy in petrol? I'd say Aspire. I like the engine better. Harrier में कौन सा variant best value for money है? XT.
Money to समझे.
But overall, I think it will still be the XT.
Why EcoSport is not selling just 2,200 units sold last month? Ford's reach, I guess, and the dealership experience, some people are complaining about it. Vitara Brezza, ZDI or ZDI Plus, I'd say if you have the budget, ZDI Plus, otherwise ZDI.
How does brake assist work? Okay, say the car in front of you has braked very suddenly, and in a panic maneuver, you also stomp on the brake. The car senses that you stomped on it quite a bit than usual. What it does is it multiplies the braking force on your behalf.
It's an amplifier.
Yeah, so it amplifies. अगर आपने 50% दबाया तो वो शायद आपको 75% का, don't, like, this is not the exact number. I'm just giving you a reference. आपने 50% pedal दबाया तो it will give you 75% of the braking force, knowing that you've braked in, you've panic braked.
Arjun, Appu, any tips for long driving at night? Number one, make sure your windshield and headlight lenses are completely clean. As are your taillights. You should not just be seen, you should be seen. Second thing, make sure you're fresh. Keep, chewing gum like mints and all help. Keep fruits along. And most importantly,
maybe black coffee also.
Yeah, black coffee also. And don't have heavy meals towards the end of the day because that does make you sleepy. Because you put a lot of strain on your eyes while driving at night. Take more breaks than you would in the daytime.
Yeah, at safe spots.
Yes. Sir, will VW Polo GT facelift launch this year? It won't be a facelift. There'll be some update possibly, but Volkswagen is not very clear. They've just been giving it God knows how many updates right now. There'll be some special edition.
Yeah. Okay, let's quickly run through the last few questions. We are out of time. Toyota Brezza changes. Will it be expensive than the Maruti Brezza? Changes, we don't know. Expensive, yes. Okay, there you go. So, are there any reviews coming up on Car Dekho? You will see my review of the C-Class, C220D. You will see an update on the Ertiga from him. You will see the C-Class review in Hindi from me. Swift 2018 or i20, which is best? The i20 is the better car. ZDI or ZDI Plus. We've answered new Santro or old Santro, which is better?
New one.
The new one. Celerio is a good car or not? It is, but right now I'd wait for the Wagoner. Could you please let me know which sedan is better with automatic full option under 10 lakh? Look at the Ciaz Delta. Is i20 Active getting some update? No. Why doesn't Skoda expand dealership in Tier 2? Because the products are pretty much premium, where Skoda doesn't think that it will have enough demand from Tier 2 cities to venture there. And whoever wants it will go to Tier 1 cities and buy it anywhere.
So, does the Camry, is the Camry capable of running on pure EV mode? Yes, it is, but not for a long distance. It's like the Lexus ES system. Anurag, I'm learning car driving. Should I go for 8-year-old petrol VW Polo?
No. Anurag, I would suggest if you're learning, you buy something like a Wagoner or a Swift, even used. It'll roughly be the same value. They're easier to learn driving on.
Vikas Chandila, difference between BHP, PS and HP. So these are different terminologies from different markets. Like for example, PS is something that's German. BHP, that's something that's commonly used in the United States.
Yeah. So HP and PS is the same
kind
thing.
Of interchangeable.
PS is a German word that I can't pronounce.
For the shark.
Okay, he's insulted someone's mother in Germany. But PS and HP are the same thing. Horsepower ka German translation is PS. BHP is just it's imperial versus metric. Millimeter versus inch wala ye hai.
Pradeep Pandyan, will that Skoda SUV get diesel automatic engine with BS6 emission norms? Most likely yes. Could you please let me know which sedan is better? Answer this. Then should I prefer D-Max over Scorpio?
Yeah, Tanvir, I would say yes.
How many people spend money for Hex XT variants also.
देखते हैं, let's see what it's priced at.
Yes, I watch all English shows and vlogs और इतना अच्छा पापा भी नहीं समझते. पापा बन जाओ मेरे. अरे बाप, ऐसे मत बोलो यार. When Ford Figo facelift launch,
it will launch. Okay, पहले I think Endeavour आ रहा है, उसके बाद Figo आ रहा है ना. But it will come in the first 6 months for sure.
Your thoughts on the leaks of the new gen EcoSport?
I saw it. It looks more like a hatchback to me.
Yeah, but they've gone for elongating the design, making it a little bit
I'm
more.
pretty sure in India, पीछे wheel आ जाएगा.
Yeah, that's a major selling point for it. Could you please again this question? Okay. So why does wheel alignment change? Damage
Because
from
of
road
our,
conditions.
because of our beautiful roads.
1.2 petrol Wagoner is quicker than Swift. We don't know yet.
But it might just be because the same amount of power with a lesser body weight, but it's got the aerodynamics of a brick.
Exactly.
So,
does the Wagoner still have body roll and stability problems? Something we'll find out after driving.
Yeah. When are we driving it?
This is going to be on 28, 29 and 30th.
The review embargo lifts on 31st, so
Yes.
you will see the Wagoner review live on Car Dekho on 31st.
Ciaz diesel 1.5 power and torque.
FV sir, there is a detailed video which is only in 2 minutes. Go and check it out. 95 PS 225 NF.
Does Fiat have a future in India more so as an engine maker, but their focus would be on Jeep?
Yeah.
Are empty helmets good?
Only they have a S size for my head. Okay,
From personal experience, MT is very well known in the community. Grand i10 engine or Ignis petrol, which is better? Ignis. Hyundai Elantra versus Tata Harrier. Go for the Elantra if you have to buy it right now. Otherwise, wait for the Harrier.
Let's take the last few questions. Wagoner and Ignis look same. Are on hardtech. Is there any difference in petrol? No. Is XUV petrol a good one? We'll have to wait. XUV or Brezza? We'll wait for the XUV, then take a call. Verna petrol or City petrol auto? The Verna is a better car in every measurable way except for space. Samir, you're welcome. How new Figo is going to differ from Freestyle?
It won't have the same suspension revisions. It won't look like a crossover.
It won't be taller.
Interior color options won't be the same.
Comfortable rear seat, Amaze or Aspire? I think the Amaze is slightly more spacious. Swift manual or AMT? Which one's good for learner? Manual. Ford Freestyle better than Swift? I would personally tilt in favor of the Freestyle. By the way, do you remember me, Somendra?
You had asked about the XUV petrol, right?
Yeah.
I answered the same question.
Why is Maruti going to hardtech, which is unstable as per GNCAP?
It's not the platform, it's the car.
Yeah, the platform's not unstable because the same platform scored a 5-star in Japanese NCAP, which is quite strict compared to global NCAP. So it is the India spec car that has a problem, not the platform.
Somendra Rawat, is the XUV500 petrol a good one? The engine is fine, but it's very thirsty.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. Okay, we're just going reading out
again answering a question. Wait for the Tata Harrier, but if you want
right now, buy the Elantra. Mid-size sedan or premium hatchback, better driver in city. Both of them are very pretty much the same. Somendra loves us because we're very down to earth. Thank you.
We have nothing to make us delusional.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Somil bhaga raha hum log ko. See you soon. Dal diya usne. So yeah, that's about it for this live video. Thank you so much, Himanshu.
Ooh.
Yes.
It is.
So yeah, whoever's watching, if you want to give us final bits of thumbs up, so that'd be great. And bye, Saurabh. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.
Subscribe.
कर दो यार, अभी इतना बोल रहा है तो कर दो. And we'll hit end stream and let's play. Will YouTube let us end our live session?
If we get the Verna Hari XUV, we'll drive it and then tell you.
Chalo, see you.